Hi, I'm Bartling, and I certainly hope, kind of like the little sign here says, I certainly hope that you're having yourself a sunnier and warmer day. I'm inside because part of my little object lesson today, I need to use some of the objects here to help me with that. So have yourself a sunnier and warmer day. S and W. Well, the older I am, the more that I think. And I think that S and W can stand for something else that we can learn about today. S and W, success and winning. Have you got in your mind's eye here a little bit already some different definitions? Success is maybe more goal-oriented. You can bring those two together. Whereas winning seems to do a lot with competition. I've also heard that winning is your reputation. Winning is your reputation perceived by not only you, but by others. Whereas success can be defined as your character. To go along with that success and winning, I have a little story. Who would have thought I'd come up with a story? But I have a little story that I'd like to share with you. You see, there was an old executive, an old gray-haired executive, and he was going to retire. So he was the CEO of a corporation that started just with a couple of loyal employees into a major corporation. And he was going to step down. And then he was going to name a successor. And it wasn't going to be one of his children. It was going to be done the following way. The executive handed out to all the vice presidents there, so to Bob, to Will, and Sarah, and to Henry, he handed out an envelope, a little envelope like this. And he announced to them that the envelope was the same. Every single person got the same envelope and the same contents. Then he handed out a cup to every one of them. And then, to their bewilderment, he brought in a bucket of dirt and told them to scoop out some dirt from the bucket and put it into the cup. Then he handed each one of them an envelope. And in the envelope, after they all got it, he told them to open the envelope. So when they opened the envelope, he then had them get out the contents. Now the contents of the envelope was a little bitty seed. A little bitty seed. Each one of them got the same, it seemed like, same type of seed. So he told them, I want you to plant your seed in the cup, and when the time comes, go ahead and transplant it. 1 year from today, I want you to bring in your plant, and we'll see what the results are and how healthy your plant is. So, one of the executives, Henry took his cup home and told his wife, Rebecca Christina, what the day's events were, and that the chief executive, he was very, very serious that 1 year from today, and looking at everyone's results and how successful they were, from that, he was going to name the new chief executive for the corporation. Well, Christina, Rebecca, along with Henry, they of course went and they got some Miracle Grow, they got some fertilizer, and they got working with that little seed. And of course, then they watered that seed and they put that seed out there when it was a sunnier, warmer day, and then waited for the results. 2 or 3 weeks go by, and then the other executives, they start talking about how their plant is starting to sprout. Henry went home and discussed it with Rebecca Christina. He told Rebecca, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. She says, well, give it some time and give it some patience. So they continued to wait and wait and wait. And pretty soon a couple months goes by and there's nothing. Meantime, back at the corporation, you get pictures of plants that they're showing on their phones. They say that their plants, they have to replant them because they're going to be the size of a tree in a year. To dismay of Henry, nothing was happening. A year goes by, and it's the day for all the prominent executives to bring in their plant. And Henry, that day, he tells Rebecca Christina, I don't want to go. I am just too embarrassed. I don't know what happened, but we have nothing. She tells Henry, you did your best with what you had. You should feel good about that. Go ahead and take the cup in. So at the urging of Rebecca, Henry takes the cup in. Well, in walks the CEO. And he says, well, I know what everyone has been waiting for here. Let's look at a couple plants. So he calls on a couple people like Sarah over here and Bill over there. And they kind of, you might say, puff up and they talk about their plant. And this CEO says, I see your results. Then he sees someone in the back that almost comes to be kind of head down, eyes down on the floor. It was Henry. He says, Henry, come on up here and bring your plant. So Henry kind of shuffles on up and he still has his head down. He says, Henry, tell me about your results. He says, sir, we did everything that you requested of us. We nurtured, we took care of it, but nothing happened at all. And the CEO says, I see, Henry. Henry, you can go ahead and take your seat. He says, now the time has come for me to announce, and that person will become our CEO. Henry, will you stand up? Everybody thought, oh, he's probably going to fire Henry right on the spot here, tell him to leave. He said, Henry, would you one more time come up here? I would like to announce to you that our new CEO is Henry. So you see, folks, that seed that I gave you, they were all the same. They were all boiled. There was absolutely no way that seed would grow. And yet, look what I see before me. Things that appear to be, but are not. Because that seed was sterile. Henry planted much, much more than that seed. Henry planted integrity. And that's what this corporation needs. Henry was successful. Henry became that new CEO. Being successful can be reaching your goal. Winning, of course, beats the competition. Winning can be your reputation, whereas success, your character. So, I want you to go out, just like we're going to, and have yourself a sunnier and warmer day. And until we talk again, you take care. you.